sitting and passing exams, medical exams. I've sat a lot of medical exams. I've passed them, but I've also failed a lot. So I hope I can help you. A few things to say. There's a lot more important things in life than passing the exams. Well, having a happy and successful life, being a useful member of society. At the beginning of your career, exams seem to be all-consuming. It's the only thing that matters. But it isn't really. You've got to put it in perspective. The next thing is, you can always do an exam a second time. Your failed exam is a calamity, the worst thing ever. You can always sit it again. It's not a real problem, Your examiners, they know all about exams. They went through the same process, always there to help you. And so you're not the first one to be going through all this examination process. The last thing is, my bank manager, he never asks me about my exams. All he wants to know is how successful you are in life before he gives you a loan. So as you get older, exams which are a barrier, some way to indicate how well you've done or whether you've done a course, university, college, getting in competitive training programs, they lose importance as you get older. You have to do them. They're a necessary evil. Now, some parents put huge pressure on their children, and you hear of the odd, dreadful case where someone's committed suicide. A young New Zealander, he committed suicide because he didn't get the top mark in the country. That's ridiculous. It's tragic. Parents who push their children like this, it's really criminal behaviour. I'm really against this. Now, there's several exams. There's undergraduate exams at university, which are fair, and the lecturers at university are very kind, reasonable people. You know the right answer, you pass. Then there's these postgraduate exams in specialties, say, for example, surgery. These examiners are they're dead heads, they're brain dead, coming up with the right answer isn't necessarily the right answer, they get upset by the way you present, think you're a smart ass. These exams really need to be reformed. Oh yeah, don't tell me it's all changed, it's 2009. I've just spoken to some candidates relaying the same old thing I went through 15 years ago. They need to be reformed and put into university. Now, a couple of things. They say at medical school, the guys who get the straight A's make the best researchers, the ones who get the straight B's make the best doctors, the ones who get the straight C's, they make the most money. There's a little bit of truth in that. Another thing is, don't cheat. For God's sake, don't cheat in exams. It takes up a lot of time and effort you could put into preparation for exams. If you get caught cheating, it's a huge black mark and it can be very hard to recover. You can get booted out of university. So don't cheat. It's just ridiculous. And you've got a bit of a moral, intellectual obligation to know what you're talking about. If you're going to be a doctor, you've got to actually treat patients. There's several types of exams. There's papers or essays. Some universities still have these. You've got to learn how to write well. If it's in English, present it nicely, whatever language. Headlines, setting out nicely. Next thing is short answers, OSCEs. These are very popular students. I think they're a good way of testing, actually. They present something like a clinical problem, some results, x-rays, and you've got to write the answer. Next one is multiple choice. These are very well organised, especially by the Americans. They test your knowledge very well. You've got to prepare banks of previous questions, go through them, pace yourself well. And the next thing is vivas, orals or vivas, where you sit with the examiner and answer questions. They get through a lot of material in a short space of time. They're very nerve-wracking, very difficult. You've got to practice a lot. Now, coming to pacing with the exams, always answer the whole paper. Don't leave out any questions, because you can't get any mark if you leave something out. If something that you find difficult, probably everybody else is finding it difficult. So pace your way through it. Put aside a lot of time for each question. Get your way through to the end, put a little mark against the ones you can't remember, come back to those later. Leave about 15 or 30 minutes at the end to go back over things, So, in summary, prepare for exams. Have everything finished and completed, all your preparation about a week before exams, so you can revise before the exams. Look at old exam papers. There's only a limited number of questions they can ask you. You should go over those. Talk to previous candidates, the guys the year before. And they'll give you a lot of help in preparing. So look, I hope these things help you, and good luck with all those exams. And if you fail, you can always sit it a second time. Thank you.